Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another drawing, and this one is going to be of a sea wing, leaf wing hybrid, which I actually haven't seen a lot of, and the ones that I've seen are based off seagrass and other things like that. I think I've done one in the past for my adopts, but I'm not 100% sure. If you guys know, feel free to let me know down in the comments down below. I started off by designing this character based off of seagrass because I thought that was a very simple way to go. But I quickly changed it to be based off of a creature called a sea dragon. If you don't know what a sea dragon is, it's kind of like a seahorse. And I think they're actually pretty cool because they do mimic seaweed. So kind of kept that in mind when designing this character, so she is still partially based off of seaweed. I want to add a lot of fluffy or seaweed looking parts to her to kind of help with that plant look to her without making her look directly plant-like, because I feel like she would definitely look primarily sea wing with only a few attributes being leaf wing. Here you can see I was designing gills, but I quickly decided that this design didn't need them because they kind of took up too much space and not enough space all at the same time. So I removed them. And instead I just did a simple ridge to take up the same amount of space, but like more efficiently, if that makes sense. And then I just went for a basic scale pattern. But I played around with it, looked for things I liked, and nothing really stuck out. So there was my design, and at this point I was starting to think if there was things I could add to kind of add more detail, or if I wanted to do that all with the coloring stage. I changed a couple things, kept most of it, but overall I did try to keep a general idea of what I was basing it off of. I think if I were to do this kind of character again in the future, I would add like a ridge down the side to kind of add even more plant vibes, or make the somewhat like grassy ridge that I had thicker, because if you've ever seen a picture like the one that I will have shown in this video at some point, you can see that they have a lot kind of going on with them, in my opinion anyway. So I felt like this character was a little simple, and yeah. But I had a lot of fun designing this character, especially with the challenge of keeping it with a sea dragon, not also being a sea dragon. Oh, that irony just hit me, and I think it's so funny. So, for her backstory, I imagine that her parents met and hit it off really quickly, moving to like a mangrove area where there's enough forest and foliage along with water to keep both of them happy. And when she was born, she was named after the mangrove forest, so her name is Mangrove. And yeah, that's kind of how they met, and I think that she would be a very shy dragon, but not shy in the, oh, I don't want to talk to people kind of way. Shy as in awkward, I guess. I should just use the word awkward. She doesn't really get social cues very well, and she interjects in the worst of times with sometimes not the best of things to say. But she means well, and she's got a fierce fighting spirit in her. When it came to the colors, I wanted to have a variety of yellows to almost blue-greens, but not quite blue-greens. I definitely wanted to stick very firmly into the yellow-green territory, because a lot of the sea dragons that I saw were yellow, which is pretty far on the leaf wing scale and isn't anywhere close to being on the sea wing scale of colors. When I decided to start texturing the dragon, I definitely used a lot more blue-greens than I did in the base colors. And I tried to keep the scale pattern in mind and go a little less heavy on the scales, because I wanted to feel almost smooth, because I don't know, I wanted a more smooth looking dragon. And as I'm looking at the footage now, I feel like her scales kind of give alligator vibes, which I would totally be down to doing an alligator-based dragon. So let me know if you want an alligator-based dragon, and if it should be like a mudwing or a mudwing sea wing, because I see both of them working very well. Another thing I'm noticing while I'm watching this back is that yellow kind of looks like a banana, like unripened bananas. Why am I so weird? Oh my gosh. Anyway, I went to detail all of the leafy parts, because I wanted these to kind of shine through to be the leaf wing part, because at this point she felt very sea wing. And honestly, I think she still felt very sea wing-ish and not enough leaf wing attributes. And I also kind of wish that I had accentuated a lot of the details, both being the sea wing details and the leaf wing details, because I feel like in the end she didn't really look particularly either tribe, if that makes sense. Although I did really love her design. And she's not my favorite dragon I've made, but she's way better than some of the other dragons I've made. I don't know why I chose the horn color to be brown, and in hindsight, I kind of hate it. But, it is what it is. I would have made it a more, tan color than brown, but, it is what it is. But I do like the accents of the brown, but I think I would have made them blue instead. Like a deep blue-green, I think would have helped the sea dragon look I was going for. Another thing I noticed is that a lot of the sea dragons had purpley brown spots all over, and I don't know why, but I assume it helps blend in with the kelp and seagrass. I did try to add that, but I don't think it came across as well as I was hoping. I did all the shading in blue. I honestly don't know why. Maybe it's because I felt like the blue would help her look more Sea Wing-esque. But I think the lighting would have looked a lot better if I had done it in red instead, keeping with the Mangrove look to it. But other than that, I actually really enjoyed the look that it ended up having. And I gave her orange eyes because I felt like that was out of the color scheme I was going, and they really popped while not feeling out of place. And that's kind of what I got so far. If you guys have any feedback to this dragon, things you liked, things you didn't, and things you want to see, I would absolutely love to hear them down in the comment section, because I honestly feel like this one could have been better, but I also really like how it came out in the end. Oh, I totally forgot I added brown along the ridge just to add more details. And now that I'm looking at it, this just makes her look more and more like a crocodile. I really should have just scrapped the design and made it a crocodile, shouldn't I have? Shouldn't I have? Shouldn't have? I don't know. So, yeah, that's kind of the design process and what I went through to make her. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the character, because I definitely enjoyed making this one. Because although like I keep saying, the design could be better. This was actually one of the more fun characters to draw. Maybe it's because it's got a little bit more outlandish idea that I haven't seen in other dragons. Anyway, if you liked today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Anyways, bye!